WV Uncommonplace. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommonplace digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacey and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our Uncommonplace.
Welcome back to West Virginia Uncommonplace, where we will celebrate the cultural diversity across West Virginia's major cities, in addition to the cities we previously explored during our other shows, which were Charleston and a few other places. We did little spots at Beckley and stuff like that. So we're going to get into this. Now, this is a turn from the last episode that we did, and that episode was talking about the racial disparities. So let's kick it off and go back with Charleston, the capital of West Virginia, largest city, nestled along Canal River. Charleston is a hub of arts, entertainment, and history. The city's cultural scene is enriched by a variety of influences include African-American, Appalachian, and European traditions. The vibrant downtown area hosts numerous festivals, art galleries, and theaters showcasing the talents of local artists and performers. Additionally, Charleston is home to a thriving food scene which delivers culinary traditions that are diverse and offering a delectable array of flavors to satisfy any palate. Now, with that being said, we've got them brothers. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. The Clay Center, you've got the Civic Center and its two iterations. You have Mountain Stage that goes on there. You have the Empty Glass. So you have all kinds of music going on there. You have Floor Rock Theater down there in Taylor Books. So you have a lot of stuff going on. Now let's go north real quick. We're going to arrive in Morgantown, home of West Virginia University, WVU, and a vibrant student community. Now inside this area, once again, it's close to Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania area and Maryland at the same time. So it's nestled in a different atmosphere than what you would find in Charleston. They embrace cultural diversity with open arms because it's so many transplants there. The university's international student population contributes to a rich tapestry of customs, language, and perspective. The cultural fusion is evident in the city's festivals, where international cuisines, music, dance performances take center stage. The collaborative spirit of Morgantown's residents creates an atmosphere of inclusivity, making it a welcoming place for people from all walks of life. And that can be something that's certain in that area because, like I said, it's the biggest university and so many people just come through that area. You know, it's the hub if you're leaving from Delaware or Maryland to get to Ohio. You're going to come through that area at some point. So boom, Morgantown sells itself. Now we're going to stay north and let's go a little bit further than Morgantown. Let's head up to Wheeling. And it's known for its architectural beauty and connection to West Virginia's industrial past. Wheeling was once a center of commerce and transportation, is now a thriving cultural hub. The city's diverse community is celebrated in events such as Wheeling's Multicultural Festival, where residents and visitors can experience a whole array of cultural traditions from dance, performance, and all that other stuff. Now, Wheeling is in a good place too because it touches Ohio and Pennsylvania in certain areas real quick. Like I said, when you have those two other states up there, it's a whole different mindset. Sometimes we don't even like to really call these places West Virginia because they're a whole different bunch. Well, let's go east of there. Let's head over to Martinsburg, a city that beautifully blended small town charm with cultural diversity. Martinsburg has close proximity to Washington, D.C.'s metropolitan area, so it attracts a diverse population and audience. They have all kinds of stuff that go on there, and Martinsburg is also close to Virginia also. In that area, you have that persuasion of, we got Maryland, Pennsylvania. Once again, it's kind of sort of like the same instance that you have with Morgantown. So you're going to have diversity there because it's forced because of travel. Now, finish up with them, let's head to Huntington. It's a city renowned for its artistic vibrance and close-knit community. Huntington's cultural diversity is reflected in its art galleries, live music, and theaters, just like Charleston. And it has a harsh tone to it because it's one of our opiate cities. So I'm not going to bring it down in this session or whatever, but we have different type of populations coming there because of dislocation and stuff like that. So you get a lot of different people in Huntington that you don't see everywhere else. Now, off to my favorite spot, Parkersburg, a city located on the Ohio and the Little Canal River. Parkersburg has a rich history and a diverse community to a certain degree, and that diverse community is the transit community. It's people that come in, go through that area, and we have historic places here, Blanner Hassard, and different things going on. We even have a multicultural multicultural festival, but the key thing here is that those transplants that come from Ohio that decide to stay in Parkersburg and don't go deeper into West Virginia, that's how they built their diversity. So it's an odd one. Now, let's head southeast. We're going to go to Beckley, a city known for its natural beauty, outdoor recreation opportunities, and its diversity is really big. A lot of the African American population, to a degree, is in Beckley because Beckley was a transit city when the railroad was going on and stuff like that. So the community there is really diverse. Not as diverse as Charleston or anywhere like that, but you can, when you're in Beckley, you can get a sense of like, if you're a person of color or something, you can get a feeling of like, hey, I can be here and I'm, feeling comfortable, I'm feeling good. And you can do that anywhere else in West Virginia, but in Beckley just has a nice place there. Now, let's head over to Clarksburg. Clarksburg is another city that's on Interstate 79. It flows a little bit below Morgantown, so it's pretty much the middle of West Virginia. They have a variety of different things that go on in Clarksburg. The diversity is like this. In West Virginia, when you think of diversity, think of it like this. It is people, and we're talking about people that are not white, it's people that have either stayed from going to the universities or colleges or have moved there for some type of opportunity. The weird thing about West Virginia to me has always been that it's always work related or something. It's not like moving to Florida. I'm moving to Florida for the weather and blah, blah, blah. You move to West Virginia because it's circumstance and choices. Go up further on this trip, and we're going to head over to Fairmont. Now, Fairmont, once again, is another city that's located on Interstate 79. And with it being on 79, like I said, once again, that population of college kids and individuals that just want to leave where they're from and come somewhere that's fairly peaceful, that's a build up for them there. The annual West Virginia Black Heritage Festival is held in Fairmont. So it's one of those deals like, there's a growing population there, but once again, you live in Fairmont, it's kind of like being on the outskirts and not living in Morgantown. It's like, I don't want to live in the big city, but I live in a city that's nearby. Thank you all for joining me on this journey, covering cultural diversity across West Virginia's major cities. I hope that this gives you a little insight to what West Virginia is like. And like I said, I didn't go in depth about every single thing, but basically just think of West Virginia like this. A lot of people that come here, there's native people that live here. I'm not even native from here. I'm a transplant from Virginia. But we come here for peace, serenity, and I gotta just say it again, peace. When you're in West Virginia, it's peaceful here. I mean, there's some rowdiness in some of those other cities, but in certain cases, you can find a subtle life here. So that's one thing I do want to point out in this episode. So once again, I'm JR, and I am signing off. Thank you all for listening.
Please follow WV Uncommonplace on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, where we have some great content, Facebook, LinkedIn. Hit up the merch store at oncommonplace.square.site. Join the email list from the website, and rate, subscribe, and give feedback from your favorite podcatcher. And lastly, thanks for listening, and tune into the next episode.